Welcome you back to BLACKSITE Sports. Tonight we're going to talk about Sheryl Swoopes responding to Stephen A. Smith criticizing her over Caitlin Clark. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Sheryl Swoopes responds to Stephen A. Smith on X, basically saying that it's her podcast. She can say what she wants to say. He can say whatever he wants to say on her podcast. But she said she was basically giving the players credit on Indiana who did not receive the credit, like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and other players on the Indiana Fever. But what you have to understand is that you could have gave those players credit last year when they finished last and received the #1 overall draft pick. The reason why this team has skyrocketed to almost 500 is because of one player, and that's Caitlin Clark, the difference maker. And that's what Sheryl Swoopes is not understanding. But she refuses to understand that because she doesn't like Caitlin Clark, like so many players in the WNBA and so many coaches in the WNBA. They don't like her because she came into the league making more money than any of the professionals players. She had more sponsorships than many of the players in the WNBA, and they could not deal with it. And plus, one thing, she's also a white girl, Caucasian. And they don't believe that she should be in that position, and they believe the only reason why she's in that position is because she's white. You know, we got to bring this out in the open. This cannot be something that people refuse to talk about, and I think Stephen A. Smith is getting there. Jason Whitlock, like I told you in the last video, has already gotten there. That this type of self-hate right here is seen wide open by Sheryl Swoopes and many of the other black players in the WNBA. They believe by some right that they deserve to have her sponsorships, her being more famous and more of a celebrity than they could ever be. And the jealousy and the hatred is deep. This is like, I call it Caitlin Clark derangement syndrome. And these women are going through it, and they may never come out of it. Because you have to understand, I told you this a long time ago, 90% of this league is LGBTQ. Caitlin Clark is not that. She has a boyfriend. Then that even makes them even more upset. Then what makes them even more upset is that middle America loves her. You know, all these things combined together make her public enemy #1. And Sheryl Swoopes, she will never leave her alone. If someone doesn't like you, they don't like you. And that's it. That's how she feels about this girl, even though she has done nothing to her, said nothing bad about her, have done nothing but respect all her WNBA credentials, winning in college, winning in the Olympics, winning in the WNBA. We know how great Sheryl Swoopes is. But to come after this young lady who has done nothing but lift the presence of the WNBA and make the WNBA the game that people wants to watch. They want to watch Caitlin Clark. Last Sunday, 2.2 million viewers. That's how this game is sold. You need somebody to be that star so people can take a look at the other players. Players wasn't being looked at all. Nobody watched the WNBA until Caitlin Clark came. But this type of hatred towards this woman needs to stop. And it needs to stop now. And that's what Stephen A. Smith and so many others, Skip Bayless even got on a train today for Caitlin Clark. It needs to stop. Because if it doesn't stop, hey, you could destroy what God has given you. God has given you Caitlin Clark so you can bring in more money to the NBA. And one day, You won't have to depend on the NBA to support the WNBA. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE Sports. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.